Hello, everyone, and welcome. It's time for some more Hunter the Reckoning, and we're still waiting for a few people, for someone to show up, but no hassle there. Otherwise, yeah, we're just talking about Pope talk because new Pope is important talk, and how they clearly elected a non-bureaucrat this time, which just makes sense. I wanted to add by the way, here, I really think J.D. Vance's visit probably was the main reason, one of the key reasons why that happened. Francis just, openly started beef with the Trump administration. So, the Cardinals probably were like, yeah, we maybe shouldn't now get... should I open for you?
Yeah, please.
Okay. We should probably, just keep going with that.
Hello.
Oh, there we go. Welcome to the Slight Pope talk before we start. Ow!
What? Pope is disliked.
It's the Slight Pope talk.
Slight Pope talk.
Yeah. And we have Fritz Kohler, obviously. The Kohler of
Pope.
Killing supernatural beings. Yeah. I really think because he started beef with Vance, that was probably that was probably a reason why, it wasn't Parolin in the end. They probably were like, yeah, we need someone a
Vance has
bit
been starting beef with everybody he can. It's his
fault.
I mean, that's actually...
I wouldn't even say... It's not even his role. He got reprimanded by Trump after the Zelensky meeting. Not because of what he said, but because what happened was that he upstaged Trump in the meeting. Which is not a good reason for why he got reprimanded, but it's why he got reprimanded.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's an embarrassment to everyone, including his own people.
Including his own faith, probably. I mean, I wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't. I'm not really one to normally doubt faith, but his does not seem sincere.
Yeah.
I mean,
That makes a lot of... Yeah.
in history,
I-
weren't there, statistically, lots of politicians just using faith because it's really easy to do.
Yeah.
I mean, especially on the whole immigration thing. You'd think, specifically asylum seekers as well.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty counter. I mean, okay.
They're not asylum seekers; they're invaders.
Oh, yeah.
That's what our
I mean,
government
okay,
told us.
Ruben, you also have to keep in mind, there is a very, very big divide between, especially nowadays, between the evangelical churches
MAGAs
and the Roman
rest.
Catholics. Yeah. The irony is that, especially with Francis, the Roman Catholic Church has kept becoming more progressive, and they definitely will be now under Leo XIV. It's
Well, on certain issues.
oh yeah, sure.
Less so on others.
We're still talking about the Roman Catholic
he's
Church.
a lot
It's
less,
just
Yeah.
he's a lot less progressive on. If I remember correctly, it was LGBTQ rights and stuff like that.
as I said
versus,
before. This was okay. I
Francis.
didn't say that before. That was one comment he did in 2012. I'm like,
That
And at that
comment
point, I'm like-
reads exactly like, "Oh, I'm just parroting the current
Yeah.
church stand."
this was
I'm not giving my personal opinion.
I mean,
That's
2012
okay.
was still Benedict, right?
What was that?
It was still Benedict in 2012.
Yes, it was still.
Yeah,
Benedict.
that was basically
Francis
conservative-led
didn't come
church.
along until 14, I want to say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I specifically remember I was in high school when it happened.
yeah.
The Catholics, the Roman Catholics, are mainly the progressive ones because the other side just plunged into the past.
That's basically the thing. The Roman Catholic Church just stagnated a lot, especially with Benedict. But then, I mean, yeah, then they basically, they basically elected Francis with the idea of, let's just take this guy from South America. He's kind of progressive. That gives us a better image. We can still control him. Oops. Oh shit. The poor orders are now controlling the church. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Revert course, stash the conclave with people. Oh, but all our people are getting too old. Change their birth dates. Yes. What? It still only took 3 runs? Who's the new guy? It's an Augustina one. Oh fuck, they're also the poor guys. It's like, yep.
I like the description there, but I do have a sense that a lot of these like moves towards change is intentional by leadership.
It is to a degree. I mean, let's just be really. France has changed a lot, and the big part is just that, like that's a thing. The Roman Catholic Church is like, it's
They
kind
very
of
clearly, to me,
interesting, but
want
like,
to change.
yeah,
They want to
but-
change. They want to modernize.
but they definitely seem to be more radical, and because like again, most churches, especially a lot of countries, are going backwards. Meanwhile, the Roman Catholic Church is like, no, we're not gonna do that, and that's probably the thing. You know, we're still talking about the Roman Catholic Church. It's still a patriarchal, pretty conservative, massive organization. Just with, you know, currently the mindset change of maybe we can be a little bit better, and that just got them the position of, whoops, you just pulled past the US government. How the fuck did that happen?
It's more like the US government passed them.
Yeah,
The
on
Catholic
way
Church
downwards.
didn't move
Yeah.
much.
That's true. But how
Like,
did someone...
if you had like Romney from back in the day, they'd be pretty aligned, I think.
What, Mitt Romney?
Aye.
Romney? Are you mixing them up?
I'm talking about the old Republicans, not the current MAGA ones.
Hold on. I just need to
In terms
confirm.
of
Did you say
conservatism.
Mitt Romney's name?
I think
What?
you're probably...
Yeah, 'cause I think you're very much confusing because Romney is a Latter-day Saints.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm talking about in terms of conservatism.
No, I think you're, like, probably...
I
think you're-
that this is a misinterpretation of what he stands for. He's kind of he doesn't even. Here's the thing: he was a fringe Republican before the MAGA movement.
Yeah, I
So
think you're mixing him up.
And the only reason why he went far was because the only reason he went far in that one presidential campaign is because all of his competition was shit. Because no one who
went
had
far.
no one who had any political chance of winning wanted to actually run against Obama for a second term because they all knew that Obama was too popular. And so basically that race was a straw man race, essentially.
Well, then perhaps my view of Republicans is that. Well, sorry.
I
perhaps
mean, you
my,
probably just mean someone else. How's the one with CH?
I don't know.
Oh no, who was the guy in the
Republican
Vietnam
equivalent
War?
of David
The Vietnam
Cameron,
Wars
then.
veteran.
Oh, what was it? McCain.
McCain, I think you mean
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
You probably mean
McCain
McCain.
Yeah,
is
something
probably-
like him then. Yeah.
He was probably the last reasonable Republican.
Yeah, you could say that they might be aligning, but who knows how that is going, how that is working. But like again, we had a friend, order of friends. I think he was okay. I just know the German word, the Franziskaner Orden, and now we have someone from the Augustinians. So like, those are like literally called the in German they're called Bettelmönche. So like they're just their whole principle is being poor. So like yeah. And the Papa Mobile is getting sent to Gaza, which is still like okay. That's a news story.
It's a cool move.
It's one hell of a move from France.
Because now the Israelis have to watch out where they bomb. Otherwise,
they won't do it. But he knows that. He definitely knew
Yeah,
that.
and as soon as they hit the cards, like Israeli government bombards the Papa Mobile.
That's gonna be a headline that will sit really well with a lot of Catholics around the world. I tell you that. But yeah, again, but sadly we didn't get Pizzaballa. He can keep his glorious name. We got deep dish Pizzaballa. Okay, but also, hey, Zepp,
Yeah.
Chicago will be very normal about this election for a long time.
Yeah.
I can tell you because Germany was very normal about Benedict. It's not gonna be fun. Anyway. Seizing the Pope talks. we are all assembled now. Hope you're doing well. Hope you all had a great day. Hope you all are ready to dive back into the world of darkness with Hunter the Reckoning. Just quickly reintroduce everyone to the chat. We have Lena playing.
Helmut.
Who is?
An old German aristocrat and an inveterate hunter, like small, like lowercase h hunter.
Then we have Ruben with.
Some alternative man who is definitely not on the run from the FTC for some reason. No. He's just got a lot of money for reasons. It's like it was an inheritance, obviously. Yeah. It's not like he changed his name or anything. Yeah. So he's rich and he does stuff.
Okay, then.
Okay.
Agonia, who are you playing?
Franke Ähnlichsdotter. She runs an orphanage and is out for revenge because there aren't many orphans left.
Oh, and Zep, who are you playing?
I am playing Mario James Sanders, professional bodyguard and security specialist. He's had some issues with the law in the past, but everything is fine now. There was nothing wrong, no wrongdoing on his part, very clearly, and he is completely innocent.
Okay. Well then, let's recap. Last time you've found out that there was a secret old Nazi laboratory near Rosenheim, and you secured a book with Egyptian hieroglyphs in them and a staff, which was then
gold.
What?
And gold.
And gold, yes, and which was then later bought off your hand by a representative of the Holler Holdings Corporation, and which also gave you a note and offered you a new contract of retrieving the jewels that belong into that staff, which are apparently in a town in northern France as far as they know. They just do not know where or who has them. So, I suppose you all are currently on your way to northern France, right?
I presume as much.
You have, by the way, you have with you a small a small cart that told you where approximately everything is, and also with a number that says if you need support, call.
More like for weapons and shit.
Yeah, the town you're driving towards is in northern France in the Alsace region called Argentville. It's a very small old town with some history of being miners and knowledgeable smiths. So yeah, you're driving towards Argentville. You can talk.
Hello.
Are we there yet?
No.
Oh.
Oh, like Helmut is just sort of like grumbling under his breath about how this is should rightfully be German.
What do we see, like, as we're driving there, like, out the window?
I mean, you see how how it still is a lot of valleys, and also hi bot and bybot. It's valleys. It gets a lot more colorful. This is still late summer, and it's a very nice view, but also you see how slowly the fields turn into vineyards, and everything just becomes a little bit more French feeling, especially as you cross the border and there's just French and writing
Explains
everywhere.
the miners.
That one's
What?
strike.
You said there were smiths and miners.
Miners.
Yeah, miners. They go into the mines, right?
Yes.
Yeah. We probably drive through Alsace-Lorraine, right?
Yes.
See? Lots of miners.
Yes. What? Can you just not derail your GM?
If that derails you, you don't want to know what happens if I actually try to do that.
It's not nice.
Sorry. I shut up.
No, you do stuff, but like, what did you mean with the minus? It's confusing.
It's more French, more mountains, more mines. Explains the miners.
Yes, yeah. Okay. Okay. There are minus. Okay.
Yeah.
So, you all arrive at the small town of Argentville. It's absolutely picturesque. What you can see, there's like there's some solid tourism, and also there is a big castle up on the mountain near the town. And when you were driving towards it, you saw that there is definitely some bigger. There was definitely a bigger industrial complex outside of town. There's also a railway with a bigger rail yard going in it. It's like it's 2 tracks. So there was definitely industry here. What are you doing?
Is there a museum we can go to learn about the local area?
I guess maybe we should just go to a cafe, to a bakery or whatever. Maybe they have some. Maybe they'll have some people there. Bakery, cafe, something like that.
They definitely
See what
have
the
some
locals are
cafe.
about.
They're in the center of town. There are a bunch of cafes and restaurant. You can definitely find something there.
How high is the chance of finding French people actually willing to talk anything other than French and explain us something about the region there? Because I don't think it's very high.
It depends. You're still in the border region.
Fair point.
So, what are you doing?
There's no museum. Oh.
There is a museum, yes.
Yay.
Sorry for the slow answer I just had. So, Zep, you wanted to go to a cafe.
Yes.
There is a wonderful cafe literally near the riverbank with, some terrace outside, so you can just bath in this sunlight. What are you gonna do?
I stop by the cafe, see what people are in there, and go up to order something, I guess.
They all look at you very weirdly while you just walk up to the guy at the desk.
Hi, I'd like to get some coffee and bread.
Monsieur, I know you probably do not know this, but like, you sit down and wait for service to arrive at the table.
Ah, okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Please
take a
stop
seat.
making the people uncomfortable.
Ooh la la.
Sacre bleu. And you hear him swear in French, probably something insulting.
Murder. That shit in French? I can't remember.
Merde is French, yes.
Shit. Oh yeah. It's,
I know
did French
that
back in high school. It's been a while.
I also had it back in high school, and it's been a while, yes.
The only thing I know is that when French people write TG, they mean you should shut up.
What's GG stand for?
I don't know. It's a shortening for something. But if you have contact online with a French person and they writing TG, then that means they want you to shut up.
Yeah, that's a big common
It's just shut
misconception.
up.
Like
Taggle.
that's a big
Or in
misconception
my
that a lot of
terrible
people
English.
have. Like they think they think TGV stands for Train à Grande Vitesse, but in reality it just stands for Shut Up Train. You're supposed to be silent on it. Ta gueule. That was it. Ta gueule. That's what the one guy said in the interview about. There was like this one interview on French TV where someone was basically like, "Hey, you're to trans, like you're trans and you live like a guy and you're happy like that." Yes, and then the conservative guy at the table was like, "Yeah, but the interview was just like, ta gueule, shut up." That was our show. Anyway, okay.
Anyway.
You sit down and order some coffee, apparently. Or what do you do? The butler, the serviceman comes to you and is like, "So what do you want, monsieur?" He speaks broken English.
I'll have
Un
one
café.
coffee and
Merci.
cafe and ciabatta bread.
But baguette.
He looks
But
at you
baguette,
with
you get
wide
ciabatta.
eyes and is like,
Really? Ciabatta.
Really?
"Café au lait and pain de baguette,
Ciabatta.
pain de baguette,
We're not in Italy.
pain de baguette." Goes back in.
I don't think they sell ciabattas here.
By the way, who's with Zeb?
I assume Sam is with MJ.
I guess,
Yeah.
yeah. Sam and MJ.
Grabbing
What do you,
lunch
he, by the way, leads to Sam. Monsieur, what do you want?
Wait, to me or to?
Yes, to you.
I thought we ordered.
No, Zeb ordered.
I
You
ordered.
didn't order.
I said a baguette. How can you not remember? I literally said a baguette.
Okay, what do you want on the baguette? We have
Fromage.
yeah, oh, baguette de fromage. Monsieur, do you want more, what's it called? La hot, and, he does a pull move with his hands.
I just want fucking fromage. I don't fucking care.
Monsieur, you want le fromage hot.
I don't know your pick.
Oui. He goes back.
You'd think if you said cheese, they would just give you cheese, not hot or cold sort of thing. At least that's what I
Helmut
said.
and Franca, what are you doing?
I'm also. If there's no local conditorij, then Helmut is just going to go for the museum.
Oh, you go to a museum. Okay.
There's
Yeah,
also
uh,
conditorij, so
There are, they are there. Like, you can get some of them. There are cafes, there are bakeries, they're all there.
Not the boulangerie et conditorij.
No, then you do not find a conditorij, just boulangerie.
Exactly. Yeah. So he's going to the museum.
Okay,
The thing you need to remember about Helmut, like he never got over like he still lives in like 1871 basically.
okay, so basically you go to the local museum, which is a very small one in one of the local one of the houses in the center of town. You pay it's just €7 entrance, and do you walk around in it or do you go in and walk around in it?
Yeah, look around what we discussed in the on the right here, like the local museum, trying to find out like the local history. If there's anything to know.
Basically, as you go through it, you realize that it's in pretty good shape with like a lot of things dating back to old Gaelic Gallic artifacts that have been found. That this town is very old, probably from Gallic times, and then been a Roman settlement at some point. How it developed during the Middle Ages, and that there was a castle built up on the hill, and got bits sieged and razed a few times, but was still like a main supplier of was a main supplier of weaponry that the town made very famous and also very rich, because they had a lot of old smiths, because they could mine iron here and coal. And then as you go outside, you notice that you hear that nowadays the chateau is actually under private use, and is owned by a certain Marquis Chalier, who is also sponsoring the local museum to keep everyone informed about their heritage.
Yeah, that that seems like a lead to follow up on.
Okay, so what are you doing?
I'm eating my sandwich.
We're getting back to you. First of all, this is more like, do you go somewhere, or what is your plan?
Yeah, like if I like if I got like if there's nothing more relevant, no more hints to find in the museum, then yeah, this seems like a
It's
good
very
idea
just a general history of the town that you learn, that later under after World War One and
under
such,
French occupation.
they basically, there was a coal mine built out of town, but it's not in use anymore. And just the town has like a big uplift since the Marquis has moved in a few decades ago.
Yeah, it's very standard small town local museum.
Yeah, very standard
Yeah.
small French town with a rich Marquis and a castle up on the hill.
Yeah,
Nothing to
Empire.
Really, do you think that's a vampire?
It better be.
It could be anything.
It's France, of course it's a vampire.
Yeah.
well, it's France, of course. It's a vampire. Yeah,
I watched that show on Netflix that had the vampire hunter person thingy. What was it called again?
Do you know how little that narrows it down, Room?
It was the
Pennsylvania?
animated one. It was
Do you know how little that narrows it
What-
down? Also,
Pennsylvania, that's it.
Castlevania.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. The way too good adaptation from a really good video game series.
yeah. Anyway, so back to Zep and Ruben. So the
I wasn't.
what? Oh yeah,
It wasn't my turn
Franka.
yet because I needed to go to the toilet in the
Okay,
meantime.
Franka, what are you doing?
I'm stuffing around looking for odd things.
Actually, you don't really find a lot. The town is like really healthy, and like everyone's pretty happy, and like it definitely has like a good uptake in recent time. It's clean, it's looking nice.
At least give me the suspense while going to someone else first before you tell me that, because now I have to do another action.
I wanted to say, but you do find some young folk skulking in the more alleyways of the town. Definitely a bit more.
They're odd.
They're a bit odd. Your general, your typical, teenage.
Doesn't seem odd to me. Why does it seem odd to me though?
Because the rest of the town is so fucking happy.
teenagers are always odd.
Okay, now I'm thinking of Leviathans, but okay.
Listen, I feel insulted that you just think I will only copy supernatural plots. This is my idea. I take inspirations from way dumber places.
I know.
Like Castlevania.
I hallucinate some class into your sessions, okay?
Thank you very much.
At least let me pretend there's something there. Oh, what?
The ghost was too complex. Make it simpler. Oh, this is too simple. Have some class. What do you want, woman?
We want the plot of Ghostbusters.
We want supernatural.
You haven't even seen Supernatural Room.
That's one more reason to have it
Yes,
here.
I have.
Oh, you
I
have?
watched the whole series.
Oh God, I mistook you for Zep
albeit
and
a
Lena.
very long time ago, but yeah, fucking high school.
It's a good show. Anyway, so what are you doing, Franka?
I'm stealthing and then looking at the teenagers to maybe hear them talk about something
Okay,
interesting.
you definitely need to give me a small dexterity check.
Don't you think it's dexterity and stealth?
Okay,
I want
dexterity
to
and stealth, yeah.
stealth.
You have to get closer to them without them noticing.
Well, 2 big flames and 1 small one.
Okay, you, without a problem, just stealth very close to them and you hear them talk. Ugh, merde. I hate this fucking town, yes. It sucks. You still have this plan of moving to Paris? Yeah, but my parents won't let me. They're all like, oh no.
Paris.
Gerard, you have to take over the family business. What would the Marquis think? Marquis. They all are so enamored with this fucking Marquis. I wish the guy didn't move in before we were born. Hate it. Poor town would at least be easy to move away. Yes. Fuck this guy. With his big snobby castle and his nighttime parties. Alright. Thomas, what do you think? He just owns half the town. They all work for him. Yeah, it sucks. Maybe we should sneak into his fucking castle again. Steal some of his stuff just like the old times. Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah. Don't want to be catched in again though. Yeah, that sucks.
If you're done with the acting of the teenagers, you can tell.
I'm done.
Okay, then I just squat down beside them and tell me more.
Suckerbulle hört you!
Well, I tried it a nice way. I showed him my badge. Anneliese Schmidt, Bundespolizei. You tell me what you want to do. Compris?
Yeah, okay. Now you've give me another roll though.
Okay, what?
Hello, Melando. How you doing? You definitely give me one on. That's intimidation and charisma.
Intimidation, charisma, okay. A small flame and a big flame. Is that good enough? I don't know what to pick.
Okay. He's okay. So here's the thing. We're just thinking about that because we did it in as young people, but this le chateau up there on the hill. Yes, we snuck into there as children and this fucking Marquis. He's just so rich and he owns everything. We hate it, but and we were okay, we stole some stuff, some silverware and shit, but now the security's all jacked up. You can't go through the gate anymore, but there's this small path up the side. There's an old gate in the wall it's kind of hidden there behind the bush. You can get in there pretty unseen, I think.
Well, to be fair, we're investigating the Marquis.
Oh, you are? Oh, everyone's finally.
Hold on.
Hope all of them, hope you get to his ass. I shouldn't be surprised. I saw some of you people around here.
Yeah, probably. It's a large-scale operation.
Could be. There was some noise a few nights ago, so... Yeah, there was a big rattling outside of town, so... I don't know, but hopefully you get his ass.
Anything you can tell me helps. What you find suspicious?
This is just what we know. The guy is suspicious, and we just don't. Yes, that's Thomas says. He just has money, and all he does is these parties, and like the whole town loves him. Yes, Gerard, tell her. It's just the guy sucks the life out of this town.
Have you ever been to one of these parties?
No, oh God, no. There's just rich people, and there's like this whole buses with people getting driven in, but they never come out.
Yes, Melinda.
I am doing my job. So yes, I mean you all know about it. Like you guys have been watching the whole town. Why do you need us? It's just yes. There's this small path. You need it. Like everyone has their own story with this thing that doesn't like the Marquis. Like don't know. Probably the farmers knows even more outside. They hate them.
Good to know. Thank you.
And now he holds up like a bit of a cigarette thing, like this is medicinal, okay? We helped you. You don't look.
I saw nothing.
Okay. So you probably go away.
I go away.
Yeah, as you leave him, you do over here. What the hell is a Bundespolizei even? Okay.
Are they dumb?
The teenagers.
Sam and MJ. The guy brings you your coffees, and he's like café au lait, gives you service it out, and a baguette au fromage. Odd winks to you, Sam, and you'll see like it's like a baguette with like a lot of cheese, and like there's even some, white sauce on it, and like really nice. There's a really good pull. It's heated, like it really looks delicious, and it's just like, and to MJ he just puts down a baguette in front of you with just some ham in it. It's like baguette, and goes away. What are you doing?
I offer my baguette to Sam.
I thought this is what you wanted. You wanted bread.
Not all bread is the same. I sip my coffee, and then I listen to people getting back to I try and listen into the environment, I guess.
Okay.
Hear if there's anyone talking about anything. I don't know if they'd say anything out of normal. I guess maybe, yeah.
Basically, you overhear a lot of people just talking about the general lay of the town, how the big tourism waves are slowly dying down, and some talk about, how...
Do they seem positive or negative about the
They
tourism
seem
thing?
really positive about it. It's just like, another year's over, and they're like, it was a really good year. Recently someone like, it's a bit weird, there are like these people in the town suddenly that seem a bit off, and that are looking into the Marquis, and they're like, how can they look into the Marquis? He's such a nice person, and like he doesn't even throw a new party anymore since a while. It's gotten so silent. All a bit weird.
All right,
Eat
well,
my bread.
yeah.
Then we go back to eating.
It's like if you're biting into the baguette, and it's like fucking heaven, Sam. Like, this is how bread has to be made, and this is how cheese has to be melted. Like, absolute perfected craftsmanship.
It's not cheddar cheese, is this? I don't like
No,
it.
it's French cheese, but like you're like, oh god, it's
No, I
converts
don't
you
like
culturally. It's so good.
I don't like it.
You have an infighting with you, but you can't deny it. This cheese is good. It's really good. It's a sweet
I put the baguette
lactate
down and just
nectar of the
push it away
heavens.
from me.
I put my baguette into my jacket and then prepare to leave.
Okay. So
I guess
Yeah,
the
we pay and leave.
yeah, I guess the group finds itself
you
together.
meet again. Yes, you meet again at the van, where you parked the van, probably slightly out of town.
Yeah, and we share information. All the
Looks like there's something going on with it. People investigating the Marquis. The villagers don't seem too thrilled about that happening. They seem to think that he's the greatest person. He may be, but maybe something's changed. They did mention in passing that he seemed to be a little different than he used to be. So maybe we start there.
I found some teenagers who didn't like him. Said they talked about a route into his estate, basically. So if we need to, we can go in that way. That he like throws a lot of parties. People like him too much, and the farmers may know something, according to them. So we could also ask the farmers a bit, and yeah, other people are around too. We need to be careful.
Also, I don't know why, but I asked for ciabatta bread and they gave me this thing. I pull out the sandwich. I'm just like, I don't know what to do with it.
I
Eat
mean,
it.
you also notice how the fat of the butter and the ham on it actually just stained your jacket inside. It wasn't a good idea to put a ham baguette into your inner pockets.
I don't really care. My jacket's already got a bunch of stains on it anyways. It's not going to get worse.
But now it got
Blood
stains
stains
in
on your
it.
jacket?
There were at one point.
Okay.
My
I can see why
tailor-
you don't care.
Yeah, my cleaner is pretty good about cleaning these things. But
Well-
it's an old jacket. It's seen its days and its messes.
Your friends, you eat it. That's what you do.
If you were in Italy, would you eat ciabatta bread?
Yes.
You see, that's where we differ.
I mean,
I
we're
don't
friends,
like
though.
I don't like local cuisine.
Wait, you're Italian?
No. I just don't like eating cuisines that are local to the place they're in.
While you're in that place. Interesting thing.
Yes, but yes, it's a luck thing.
Well, now's the question: what do we do?
I was thinking
I
I could go meet with the Marquis, one nobleman to another.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll go with him to as his like security guard, basically, professionally. Of course.
I just talked to.
I leave the
Frank.
man behind, by the way.
Yeah, you're talking to me. So
So, what did you find out then?
I
Just like,
so,
what was anything? What was there anything like particular that like stood out a lot? Like that was really different.
well,
unique.
there was some noise a while ago. So if those two are talking to the Marquis, maybe we go down to the farmers.
Yeah, let's do that.
See, then we cover more ground.
Okay, so Helmut and MJ, you are driving up a long and small winded road up the hill. Either way, you see that there's a castle above you, and soon you arrive at the entrance of Chateau d'Acier. It's, as you can immediately see, this is not an easy wall to scale, and also there's like
Comparatively.
the entrance is small, and you are immediately stopped by 4 guards at the entrance. They're like, Monsieur, what do you want here to do? This is off limits private property.
I'm Helmut Freiherr von Waldgau. I would like to meet with the lord of this castle.
He speaks in his earpiece. No can do, monsieur. We do not recognize any other nobility other than French nobility and maybe some Italian nobility. German nobility died. Please remove yourself from this property, monsieur.
Let's see.
I pull Helmet over for a second and hey Helmet, didn't some of your land used to be French at one point?
But
There was that short guy, right?
No, that's a long story. It's more the other way around. Some of my family's old property is now occupied by these Frenchmen.
I understand what your perspective on this is, but their perspective might align with the thought that maybe your title and your nobility comes from French command. So maybe you could use that to get in with them. I don't know.
My family line does. I can trace my family line back to Karl de Grosse. That might appease them.
Maybe you should try that then.
Yes, we go back to the entrance. I'm assuming. And I tell them that with trying to hide the pain, like I am not just German nobility. I derive my lineage from how do you call him, Charlemagne. I have a right to a French title as well. No, step aside. Let me speak with the Marquis.
He looks at you with through his mirrored sunglasses, and he's like, Monsieur, this was a subtle way of telling you to fuck off, because if you do not have any appointment with the Marquis or invited to one of his even big parties, you are not allowed on this property and you will not be granted entrance. Goodbye. Au revoir. Tschüss.
I thought that
Whatever you want to call it.
Then make an appointment.
You have to go through the official website for that, monsieur. Please go now.
I pull out my phone and I start looking for the website. Yeah.
There is no website. There's just a Wikipedia page.
My guard handles all the technical matters. Inform him as to the procedure.
So if the Marquis, monsieur, if the Marquis hasn't sent you an invitation, then I cannot do anything for you. Au revoir. If you not remove yourself from the property, we will call the police.
Is this the property, or is the
This is the
where's
property.
the property end?
The property starts at the very end, at the very start of this road you are on. Please remove yourself.
Okay. Let's go.
Au revoir.
We walk over to the end of the property and stand there.
You know that the road is like going down the whole mountain up until the foothill.
Oh. So
Yeah.
we drove onto the property. Okay.
Yeah.
Then we drive in.
So
Yeah.
that's good news. That means they have no dogs.
Yeah.
But they seem to have a lot of heavily armed guardsmen.
Still no dogs.
Dogs are more concerned.
Okay. You can say what you want about the French, but they know their chess. Yes, in terms of cheese, the French are very good. I agree with that.
Also, we found some nice castle. I like the murder hold. But I don't think the wall is that hard to climb.
I mean, if you know what you're doing to climb, I know that's climbable,
Yeah.
even without gear.
Okay.
At least the left side. There you definitely can get through a window. Right side as well, probably.
Right side feels more like someone skilled in parkour could just get up there.
Or an assassin.
Okay. Sam and Franca, you drive out into the countryside to.
Wait, we only have one car.
I mean, you walk outside then, I suppose.
You could also take the bus or
I
the
mean-
train.
No.
There is
No.
a local old train going out, but like you have to walk to go to get to like the one last farm
let's
outside town.
just say we go on a country stroll.
Yeah, you go to the country store. It took a while, but you slowly arrived there. And the more you go outside, the more you see like valley. It's just like a lot of grazing cows and such. And you slowly see a farmhouse coming up that you approach. It's a very nice farmhouse.
Oh. Let's try that one, I guess.
As you approach the farmhouse, you see there is a dog in the entranceway.
Well, at least on my screen, it looks like we're still in the village.
Yeah, I don't have a farmhouse. I forgot that. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
That just goes on me.
You can't
Sorry.
use the old one.
Nope.
That's just visual
Okay.
aid for this session.
Also, it's to Bavarian, not Alsace enough. Anyway,
Yeah, close enough.
but yeah, you are out at the farmhouse, and there's just a dog sitting there.
I go and pet the dog.
He just lets himself pet. It's a really shitty guard dog.
He's a good dog. He's a good dog.
Maybe it's a shepherd dog.
It is a shepherd dog. Like it's pitch black and fluffy fur.
See.
Is it a German Shepherd or is it?
No,
It's a what's it? Oh, it's one of the herding ones. It's the Border Collie. That's it.
no, it's a Labrador.
No,
Just
that's
a
not a
weird
dog.
Some mutt.
Labrador.
Okay.
I don't know how it's called in English. So, anyway,
Just translate it.
Black Samoyed. I mean, what's Black Samoyed?
I don't think Samoyeds are herding dogs, are
I
they?
don't know.
Samoyeds
I'm
are
not
very
the-
cute. They're white and they're very happy and cuddly and they're
Yeah,
like
it's a
big-
Black
big
Samoyed. We
fluffy
go
dogs.
with that. It's just a Black Samoyed.
That's Samoyed.
Also, Labrador is a
Most
Labrador.
herding dogs are Border
It's Labrador.
Collies.
Yeah.
Yeah, Labradors in English is Labrador.
So yeah, we go with Black Samoyed. I don't know dog breeds, but you have a Black Samoyed in front of you. Really sucks at the job though.
Yes, it's not a herding dog.
You hear
Like,
how
what did this farmer
Samoyed's
get
a
this
herding
dog
dog,
for?
yeah.
If it's not a herding dog, it's so weird.
Samoyeds are herding dogs, yeah. But I think they're only white. I don't think they come.
Oh, they're the French ones, not the good old British Border Collies.
anyway. So
What border
you s-
collies do you need England to invade?
I mean, they did that, but failed.
Successfully. Yeah. What can you do with all the French miners?
It's the French superior tactics above the British archers.
Miners?
Anyway, basically, the dog is like just really cuddly and such, and suddenly you hear like a voice coming from the barn house, like, Antoine! Antoine! Oh, you stupid dog. Oh, what is this? You failed again. What did I get you? And then, the dog looks at, there's an old guy coming, walking towards you. Just looks at him, it's like, oh, yes, obviously I got you because you're such a good dog. Starts cuddling it. And who are you?
I'm showing him my badge and proclaiming myself to be Anneliese Schmidt.
The fuck is the German Bundespolizei doing here?
There have been some rumors about the Marquis.
We've been collaborating with the local French police.
Yeah.
He's like looking at you with like, eyes squinting me, like looking around. Let's get inside.
Sure.
I guess it's like, so he's like, just go around the corner into the kitchen.
Sure.
You can sit there. Okay, so, you sit down at like a wooden table. It's a very rustic kitchen. There's also just some water boiling. So he sits down and is like, tea.
Thanks.
Puts 2 cups down and one for him.
Thank you.
Pours in tea. It's like, okay. So he slams his hand on the desk and he has like a C96 Mauser pistol in his hand, pointing at both of you. Who the hell are you? I hate the Marquis more than anyone else. Maybe not as maybe the young ones. They're good young ones, but still. The Bundespolizei. Do you want to shit myself?
Question to the GM.
Yes.
I have a 2-point mask plus another point for making masks. So technically, no one can see through that.
Oh, no. The thing
He
is
just
more
doesn't
like...
believe.
He definitely is like, thinks you are Anneliese Schmidt. But he's still like, what the fuck is the German Bundespolizei doing here?
Yeah, but he's not pointing a gun at a police officer.
He is pointing a gun at both of you. He's just like very proud French guy.
I'm just trying to understand the whole thing because he kind of has to believe I'm Bundespolizei.
Oh yeah, he believes that. He's just very suspicious why you're acting in French territory.
Oh. It's a corporation?
Franco-German
Cooperation, you say.
Yes.
I have not heard of any of that in a long time, madame. And I am living for a long time, so now.
It's not official.
But this is a Europol operation. We work together with the French.
Europol. They all say that. They came here a while ago and also said they were Europol. Not really Europol, I think. Something with Euro. Anyway.
Wait, who came here and saying Europol?
Those weird people from, with the black suits and such. They've been here around for a while. They're saying there's something Euro. I do not care, but who are you?
How long ago was that?
I don't think you should ask the guy with the gun that much questions.
See, la mademoiselle is very... Mademoiselle or madame? I'm sorry, this is like a bit of a problem for us, but like... Are you, like, engaged?
No, I'm Catholic.
Mademoiselle. Anyway. Mademoiselle is... magnifique smart. So... Bundespolizei. I know you're here for something. The other ones already were like Euro, something. I don't know, but like... You are more bold. You don't seem to belong to them. So if this is the German Bundespolizei, then I do want to know. What is it you want to know about the Marquis?
Well,
Just have you noticed anything suspicious? Like what's been going on here?
Oh, suspicious? You mean? And he swings the gun around. Everything! The whole town is under his spell. He brought me with his money, and he bought it. The only thing he didn't get, my farm and the old mine. He just didn't get
You're starting to
that.
sound Scottish in a really bad accent.
Shut up! I
No, I
will
mean that
shoot
to
you
the
with
GM.
the cursed German bullets, but I only have this old gun I took from a dead Nazi back in the day. So, well, it was more my father. He liked us to cross. God bless him. Anyway,
Dude, you're 60. The Nazis.
he's
You
older
were
than
born
60.
post World War II. Well, then you should got a really good skin regimen for looking only 60. Then
I do not care how I look. All I want is the Marquis dead.
well, I guess we're on the same page then.
We'll be talking. Monsieur, I like your attitude.
The
Haven't
Marquis is
felt
under
so good
is under suspicion of human trafficking.
Yes, it's very fascinating you took so long to catch on to that.
Well, there weren't many people reporting anything strange, as you're well aware.
Yes. They all call me Isla. They all are like, it's La Virdo, outside of the town, drinking La Diesel. But no! I've never been so clear since the last time I did it, and like he bangs the gun against his head. That Marquis, he's...
Well, we're with the rule, folk. What?
There's something outside, sorry.
Yes. Helicopter something.
Yeah. Sorry, that
don't
just
hear it.
it just really distracted me. I'm very sorry. It was like a beeping. Like, yes. I should share some of my diesel with you. It's a good one. They all drink the cursed wine. No, I know which one. Let's just see through the veil. It gets really weird. But what do you want to know? Like, he has a fortress built up there. He bought that castle for a reason. But I, old Edward, I know a way in that no one remembers.
You do?
Yes. It was very fun back in the day when we were like le small. Yeah. All the la small garçons. We all snuck into the castle when it was still a ruin. We could just be there. Couldn't go in through the entrance because, like, National Museum and such. But still, we had our way there.
Could you tell us?
Okay. So he actually puts the gun down. Not too far away. Gets under his table and puts also a big fucking knife. And he like puts in the center of the table and it's like starts carving and it's like see before they dug the new mine on the other side of the town there was an old one used since the dark ages, they say. but this old mine, well, they had the problem. It's really deep. And what happens with the really deep mines? Exactly.
Takes a lot.
You do not get the air. And they might have suffocated. But they were smart. They were like, we just need to dig the way up. And if we are up there, then the air comes in from the top. There's just one
ventilation
problem.
shaft.
You think you're a smart one? Puts his hand onto the gun again. I am telling the story here, young monsieur. I do. So you listen?
Yes, Sam. Let the man speak.
I shut up.
Oui, yes. That's a smart way. Anyway, they dug up, but they realized one thing. There was Le Chateau above them. So, they couldn't just, dug any hole inside of the Le Chateau. So what did they do? They did the only way they could think of. They hid the hole where no one would expect it. Can you think of where it is?
I'm talking
In
about
the
the
barn?
location the teenagers told me.
No. That's like the old rage for people that during like when where like the other chevalier coming up the mountain and doing the rock throwing and shit, that stuff. And when they smuggled in like bread and such, like no. The miners, they were really smart. See, they realized one thing. There were holes inside of Le Chateau. Holes no one was thinking about. They put the air vent into the oubliette. Wasn't really nice for the people that were thrown into that one specifically, but you know, they already thought like, it's pretty deep, so just this one is a bit deeper. And you know what, the guys with left there for the to left for that were like, whoop, le garçon got missing, whoop, that's not a problem for us. And the miners were like, time to drag out another body, but they never thought of, they sealed them up. And they forgot that there is a way up the oubliette. They still have the irons in there. You can climb up. It's not easy. It takes a while, but there is a hole in the castle. And the Marquis doesn't know. But me, Oledra, I know. He puts like a glass of something that really smells like gasoline. Mm-hmm. It's like, so the fall of the Marquis. He kind of blacks out. What are you doing?
I guess we should leave.
Like, how blacked out is he?
Fucking spaced away. He's just like, Le Marquis is gonna die. Vive la France.
Franca, do you think we should take his gun? Like, even just on a security thing, like, he seems like a danger to himself with that.
Not to himself.
Don't you think? No, should leave it.
Like, worst case scenario, we get to a kerfuffle, so if you just leave. Like, he
Yeah, okay,
likes
let's
us
just
right
leave.
now.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be seen with a Mauser in France.
You don't?
No, you don't. Especially if you're not French.
What a weird country where people don't have guns.
Well, it's just a specific brand.
Okay. So, what are you all going to do?
We're gonna head back to town.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we go back to the meetup place.
Yeah, so we all kind of meet back up together and divulge what we've found out all together,
Yes.
or to each other.
Okay. So,
I'm lucky this session.
please discuss.
Well,
There's something going on with the Marquis. He's a little weird. He seems to be obsessed with only the French people. Which, fair, we're in France.
it's kind of...
Yeah, he's definitely
failed.
he was definitely doing some illegal shit, like human trafficking. We found we were told of a way into the chateau that no one else knows.
We
so-
probably need some way to remove metal bars.
Yeah, so might need like a welding torch or like what's the not plier thing, the bolt cutters, that's it.
Or maybe like
Power tools or something.
thermite or something.
No, thermite's a bit too rough for that.
If you let it just burn and not explode, or was it a different chemical?
It was
You're
thermite.
thinking of napalm.
No, it was thermite.
Well, thermite is also used for welding, so you can literally make it worse. So it really depends on how you're using it.
Thing with thermite, it's so hot it'll melt anything. Like for welding, it's just I'm assuming it's just like to melt whatever you're trying to weld so it sticks together. But like if you're just applying it to something, then it will like burn a hole straight through metal.
Yeah, that
Depends how it's orientated as well. If the liquid metal like runs away or something, otherwise the whole thing just gets very hot.
Yeah.
yeah. My thought is more like
If it's a grating, like if it's like a tunnel coming up and there's a grating above your head, you do not want to use thermite on that. You
No.
do not want that to like have molten metal raining down.
depends on how
I-
much
I think the power tools is
maneuverability.
the best way.
It depends on how much maneuverability you have, but the most important thing is that it is as silent as possible.
Thermite is not silent.
Good to know.
It burns very loudly. Honestly, like.
So what we
Power tools might also be like we could, but I think like bolt cutters would be harder, but are a bit more like you don't have a motor in bolt cutters.
you can get hydraulic bolt cutters. So like you do it over time, so you do it bit by bit and it ratchets up. That's nice and quiet, and you can do more stuff, so it's a lot easier. So what are we thinking is the problem here? I'm thinking vampire.
Probably. Or just a wizard or something.
Whatever he is very rude. No respect for his peers.
Have you met him?
No, that's the problem. His guards were very rude. Did not afford me the respect I deserve to my station.
So we know only what people talk about him, so the more central areas love him and everyone else hates him.
Yes, it's the opposite of a proper noble. You need to get farmers on your side, and then like fuck the cities.
I mean, if you just have one farmer and he's drinking diesel.
Like I'm browsing a bit the internet on my phone, and apparently Reddit suggests we could start with drilling it, and then using a jewelry saw and maybe some like Schmirgelpapier, like sandpaper or a smooth file. That way we could also do it relatively quietly comparatively to a bolt cutter. But we would need a strong arm, which I luckily have.
Okay. So, what is the plan you want to do going forward?
Franke has something of a stomach bug, so I need to go to the toilet.
Okay, what is the rest of the group doing while Franke is having a situation?
Well, we should.
Is there some way we could like gas the vampire, but like garlic gas, sort of, in a way? I know that'd be kind of like going back to 1914 in France, but I mean it worked back then.
If he has a humidifier, we could put holy water in it.
I mean, vampires also, you know that from your books, they're very susceptible to fire in general. Anyway, so what?
I mean, we are accomplished in that particular area.
Flamethrowers, at least the non-liquid based ones, are typically legal. It'd just be gas based though, which is the range is a bit low, but yeah, we can pick up some flamethrowers, can't we? Or like bolt them together. Gee, I know what we can do. So, you know, you could get like pressure washers, right? Just fill it up with gasoline.
Yeah,
Stick something which makes electric spark in the front, and you can make a flamethrower.
Yeah. Yeah, we would have to like we used. I don't know if we used to have like a pressure washer. Like that isn't Helmut talking, but like we had with like a plastic like bit. Like you'd want to have something with like a metal end, because with the one we had, if you tried to turn that into a flamethrower, you just melt the end and then it would cut off the pressure, and it would be something very bad would happen. Something would explode somewhere.
We can make like a metal tip. That's relatively easy.
Yeah. You're like a mad scientist tinker, aren't you? You can definitely make one.
Okay, I can. Can I try making one?
What do you want to try making?
A pressure washer flamethrower.
That would definitely take some time, but also you definitely
What?
need somewhere to actually build it.
Yeah, the
No,
van.
not really. I can literally order all the parts online.
Yeah, but you do need a workbench to do it.
Not really. It's just bolting
You
stuff
have
together.
stuff
It's
in the
all
van,
standard. No, it's literally just it's literally just threading stuff on together. There's no workbench needed. You could do it on the stairs if you need to.
I don't think you can probably put something together that could like flamethrow on like in the back of a van, but I don't think that's something that you'd want to trust if your life depends on it. If you want to make something that will actually hold up, we probably want a
Okay. Wait, which part of
works-
Alice Lorraine are we in?
By the way, Zep, you do remember that you still have that card from the corporation about where you can call to get some help.
I forget. Did they say how? Is this like a one-time deal of help, or is this like continued support?
They said they can send you some supplies once, but you have to ask for a bang.
For what?
You have to ask for a bang. That's what they told you.
Okay.
Yeah, are we close to like Strasbourg or Colmar?
No.
Where are we in Alice Lorraine?
You're kind of in the center, okay? You don't really know. It's very fringe around you. You feel lost.
No, where specifically?
You look at the map, pretty much in the dead center rural region. It would allow you to just kind of have this flame for the... Okay. I do not know what you want to tell us with that.
There is. Doesn't Ruben have improvised gear park?
Yeah, but like that would still mean he still needs a way to build it.
At least
Actually, I Google if I can find a makerspace within the next 100 miles.
to be fair, the skill doesn't specify.
No, no, I'm okay.
No, I'm saying the
Can I
skill
get-
doesn't specify that you need anything there.
But if I find a makerspace, then that's the workbench sorted.
Yes, I know. I'm just telling our DM politely that she added difficulty where there doesn't necessarily have to be one, but it's of course a ruled light system, so technically she can.
I
But
just
then
wanted
again,
to find a place where you could be like, oh yeah, this is a solid workplace.
I know.
Okay.
It's fine. Just wanted to point.
Actually, do you guys remember if the Deutsche Franke, if that farmer had like a workshop or something? Had a shed.
Franca, you do remember that there were like a bunch of older shed-like and barn-like structures on the farm.
Yeah,
then I
do you think we
tried.
could go there to like the to like use the workshop or something like that? To use the shed to just build stuff. Do you think that's a good idea?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Also,
okay. Yeah.
I just looked it up. I think we're lucky with having her as a GM because improvised gear doesn't technically include weapons.
Yeah, right. It's not weapons that you can build. It's more like, right, you have...
But
I
you
just
are-
remember... No, you can actually build it.
Not really, no. But
It's you use
said,
shit for... No,
but
you
you
do,
said it's allowed, so it is allowed.
yeah, but you need... You know what? You need to do it, but it's gonna be... It's gonna be a difficulty test. You need to get.
That's always
Yeah,
the
that's fine.
case.
Yeah.
I would say though that so maybe something like that could be considered gear instead of a weapon because I mean this is essentially a flamethrower.
It's all
Flamethrowers
civilian
aren't
parts.
always
It's not like
weapons. They're not always weapons.
I'm just quoting here. This equipment can assist in the use of a single skill, providing a 2 dice advantage. Storyteller is defined arbiter, blah blah blah. Like, we got some leeway here. So
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so what's the skill roll then?
The skill rule. Yeah, that is you still have,
What? I'm gonna roll for something.
you have to
obviously,
intelligence
so
plus craft.
intelligence 4 plus craft, which is in the skills tree, isn't it? Craft, which is 3. Okay, so that's 7. Four small flames.
You actually managed to improvise something that is it's a bit bulky and kind of works roughly. By the way, when you arrive back at the farm, the dog is there and looks at you and is just very happy, and you can hear like loud snoring out of the farmhouse. The farmer's he's just wasted.
We leave a note to say, "Hey, we're making some tools to deal with the guy in the big castle." What do they call it again?
the Marquis.
Marquis.
The Marquis. That's it. Yeah.
It's hard.
Just leave a note. It's polite.
Yeah. It's hard to on the fly balance a root slide system in the
Yeah.
real world, right?
It's not super structured, is it?
It's it's just big, a bit whoops.
It's like on the one hand you want to balance it, on the other hand there are obviously like, especially like you can really easily search up how to do certain things, and it can kind of go against the established balance of the game, and then we have to find some
Yeah.
conclusion there. But hey,
Well,
it may be a short-lived flamethrower, but it will be a flamethrower.
yeah, you don't know how
Wait,
long
how
it
many
will.
do I make?
You can just
Just
make
one?
one. You can get one. Yes, it's also a bit heavy to
Can I
carry.
make more?
No, you get one.
Oh.
Sorry.
Even if I roll for each one, and
No,
it can explode and kill me.
you can only make one. You only got
Oh.
stuff for one. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's literally stuff you can order on Amazon.
Have to say though, the difficulty test of the edge is 4, so you barely got the first one.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I have my perk for weapon acquisition is exotics. So, is that only for ammunition, or would that also?
You can get weapons and or ammunition from that.
Okay.
So depending on what you maybe need, or you can decide if you what you want to get from there.
Trying to find this. You have no extra feature in the. I think you have. What do you have? Arsenal?
But I meant
Yeah, I
from
have,
chapter 3 on the arsenal. Yeah, it's arsenal. You can either get
Yeah. Do you
weapons
have
or
extra perks in there, or just?
Yes, I have arsenal and I have team requisition and exotics, so I can get exotic stuff for everybody.
The hunter is able to provide additional copies of the same weapon up to the margin of the win. The weapons provided all have the same perks, if any, and is subjected to the same limited duration. And rare or one-of-a-kind weapons and ammunitions can be procured. These range from silver bullets to things like the pre-Olmec obsidian daggers. The difficulty of the test increases in the case of really rare or unique weapons, as determined by the storyteller. They're not
inherent girl.
Yeah.
Ooh, pretzels.
They're not inherently supernatural, but can exploit special vulnerabilities of the quarry, such as those with silver bullets.
Or as we call them in Germany, Brezeln. Oh yeah, you missed me doing a really bad French accent, but I will do it again.
Not if we shoot in my key first.
Not if we burn down an entire castle.
That would take a lot of gasoline.
Who knows?
I mean, maybe I could get explosives. I don't know.
We could maybe get to the nearest airport and steal some of that
Purchase some-
fuel.
Purchase some napalm.
Yeah, maybe. Is that technically
Well, yeah,
ammunition for
technically have
flamethrower?
arsenal as well. So.
Ammunition for flamethrowers is technically just gasoline.
But can a flamethrower
Yeah.
also throw napalm?
No,
No,
Okay.
not that way.
Napalm's sticky.
Sorry.
Napalm is too sticky.
it's
Napalm.
very viscous.
Yeah, napalm is like
It's viscous and sticky.
Is there a napalm thrower?
Yes,
No.
there are flamethrowers that
Well,
use napalm,
really?
but they are very specially designed. That's like the big backpack
Yeah.
ones.
Are they exotics?
They are technically exotics, but really hard to get even nowadays. Like the last ones who used them was the U.S. Army during Vietnam War, and nah, you don't get them.
It's mostly thermobarics now.
If you put lighter
I think-
fluid in a flamethrower, it will laugh.
I think I saw videos where they kind of sort of described how to make napalm. Without,
Yeah, it's
like, breaking
gasoline
laws.
and was it polystyrene? That's the cheap, crappy napalm though.
So if push comes to shove, we buy a lot of that stuff and burn the castle down.
You can make some Molotov cocktails and stuff like that.
That's doable. Yeah, that's not even something where you need a lot of stuff to do. It's just Molotov.
And you can also put in like the polystyrene as well for that to make it more sticky. If you use gasoline in those or petrol or something, yeah.
So
Anyway.
do we want to do a reconnaissance mission first? Or
Or are we just going to become like blatant arsonists?
It's gonna be hard to get stuff
Burn
thrown
down
into
the
there.
entire
By the way,
castle.
yeah.
yeah, because we have to go through the oubliette.
What if we tried to find our wait? So the people at the cafe said that there weren't any parties left. Like there haven't been any
Yeah.
In recent times,
in recent times. Can I find online if there are any records of when the parties happened by like looking at like newspaper sites or blogs or something like that? To kind of like see like how often are parties held? Is it like once a month or like that kind of thing? if there's any
as you Google that, you realize it's just very irregular. It's always at night, and there's not really a big list of people you can actually notice who is who.
I think he means like is there a pattern?
No, there's no pattern.
Okay, so we don't know when the next party could be. Like, it could be tomorrow or it could be in a month.
Yeah,
Okay.
they've been just pretty regular, like once or twice a week even.
Oh, okay. So
They
it was
just
that
they just
frequent of
silenced over the
parties
last
that-
month. Yeah.
So there's been an irregular break, a significant irregular break in
Yes.
the parties.
Could it be that he has invited everyone from town already? Several times? Because you said there weren't many invited to the party, right?
Oh, the town has actually not been invited.
Okay.
Never.
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 Well, they're not nobles. They're pitiful serfs.
Well, that at least excludes them from being charmed directly by something. You know those stories?
I know about Lucky Charms.
Yes, Sam. No, MJ, sorry.
Sorry. There's someone I know who likes them.
I mean, maybe they work, who knows?
Who knows?
I would agree with wanting to do reconnaissance. It's just a matter of how. Ideally, there would be a party, and we could find an invitation into the place. Otherwise, maybe something legal, or getting like official law and courts involved to force the way in. Otherwise, I guess other options would be trying to sneak in as guards or something, or maybe cleaning staff. I don't know.
Can't we
I
just
don't
use
really-
that passageway?
We can, but without the
We can, but the problem is once we're in,
How do we get
Our-
out? That's it.
it's not even just like how do we get out. We get spotted once when we've not been allowed in, and that's going to be a problem.
makes it way more likely that they find a way where we came in.
Yes.
The guy said about some other way in that was more used often.
You should make unlucky
Right.
charms each box that has a chance of something violent inside instead of serious. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could use the way the teenagers told us the first time, but they
Yeah, I just don't want to burn burn that secret entrance in.
but
The potential.
Also, that whole building is made out of stone, so it's not like it's going to burn. I mean, it's made out of stone, right?
Yeah,
it's stone.
Remember?
mostly stone. Like,
Yeah, but if you heat up the materials enough, then you might damage the structure.
if you have enough kerosene, I guess, or something.
Yeah, but like
That would be
there's
a lot.
guards there, so they're gonna notice the gasoline.
Yes. Security is also up, so I don't even know if we can get into the side entrance.
Is there a mine? Is there a mine underneath the castle?
Yes. We could
Coal
use.
mine, isn't it?
I
What if
think
we
so.
like collapsed? What if we stuffed the mine full of explosives?
We could create a
just,
silent
like-
hill there.
You know
Silent Hill?
that you're supposed to recover something.
We can
Oh, we
find.
meant to recover.
Yes, but
I forgot.
if we make a coal fire and everybody goes out, we can get some.
So you want to like smoke them out then, sort of.
Yeah, I mean, we can get some
Yeah.
suits for it
I
first.
mean,
and
it's
we
an
can-
old mine. It hasn't been abandoned for a reason.
Yeah, but we can make just some. We could put in some explosives in there. Then the whole castle would sink. Structural integrity would be destroyed.
Oh no, not even that. It's just we just want to gas them out, and we go in with like gas masks because they're not going to have gas masks,
True.
right?
Nobody expects the gas
Well-
attack.
Yeah.
You know that this only
Exactly.
applies to the inner castle. It's not a whole connected thing.
Yeah, it's not a whole connected thing, sure, but
What if we found our way to? By the way, I like how we're thinking of just murdering everybody in there, or something close to
Like
that.
gas coming in, they're going to try to escape.
If we're talking gas, the best kind of
They're gonna
gas
try
to
to
make
leave.
sure that we like empty out the place of threats would probably be carbon monoxide.
yeah.
They can't smell it, so
No, I wasn't trying to kill them. I was just trying to make them go, "Oh, what the heck's that? Let's go outside." Well, we can go inside with a gas mask.
I mean, we could, but they would obviously be out, at least outside of that one. But then
and
everybody,
also if they all leave, then they might do something, and also they might call the authorities.
and everybody will have attention on the building we're in.
By the
If
way,
if it's filled with carbon monoxide, they'll just fall down.
I think if we wipe out the entire castle, that would probably bring a lot of unwanted attention down on us.
Yeah, I would
We
like
have
to.
not exactly been subtle here.
I mean, the good thing is the Marquis isn't technically our target. We have no idea if the Marquis is anything supernatural, or just a weird guy, or nothing at all. The only thing we need are the stones. Right? For now.
Yes.
So, how likely do we think it is that there will be another party? Because they probably stopped because our colleagues, quote unquote, are showing up.
That would be. When did they start showing up? Was it about? I guess a month ago would make sense.
Roughly, and
Roughly.
since then,
So, if there's no more investigation into him, he might choose to start doing parties again. And we're not dealing with any problems like a bunch of disappearances like in the last case. So it could entirely just be that he's a collector. Because we're trying to get the gems.
So you think it might be wise to wait till they're gone? Or, well, they could also be there for the stones.
I think the best way to go about this would be to probably find an official, like I mentioned before, would be to find an official way to be in there.
Can we find anything about the McKee being a collector of some kind?
Helmut remembers that with like a general layout of the chateau, by the way, which is there is a central building and some on the outer part. That yes, the Marquis is known for having a collection room with a lot of valuable stuff in the center of the castle.
So he collects, quote unquote, valuable stuff.
Yeah, very valuable relics.
Okay, now it's relics.
They don't know. He says it's like old relics.
So nobody knows. So he's not actively trading them?
No, he buys them.
He's not selling any.
He's not selling it.
He's an amateur collector of, he doesn't it sounds like he doesn't collect things that are specifically relics per game mechanics, but things that would be considered relics by the public.
Yes.
It is random historical stuff.
Yes.
Do we know?
Random historical stuff.
Yeah. Some of which may be actual supernatural stuff. Some of which may be just like mundane artifacts or artwork,
Paintings.
and for all we know, yeah. For all we know, some of it is just like fakes.
These types usually like art, and sometimes they can't tell the difference and think that they can. So maybe if we
Helmut?
were to... Helmut, do you have art that we might want to sell to the guy? Or maybe... Yeah.
There are some old paintings and other some small statuettes in the house that I don't much care for. We could try pawning off some of those.
By the way, you all, by the way, know that he buys them off auctions and has also not been at some of them in a long time.
Yeah.
Is he out of money?
It's more like closed up for some reason.
Well, the teenager said something about a noise. What kind of noise was that exactly? What did he say?
Big rattling noise.
A rattling noise.
Yeah, metallic rattling.
From the chateau.
No,
Paintings?
in the town.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's a
we
rattling
should-
noise at night?
It was at night, yes, but also stopped at night. It was just one night. There was a big rattling.
Just the one night?
Just one night.
Was it on the party night?
No,
Was it
this was
something-
actually after the party stopped and the chateau was more in a lockdown. Right now, there's only like the out. By the way, from what you know, there's just guards on the outside, but no one knows who's really inside of the chateau. That's a closed one.
Yeah, so that's not really much point in like staking at the town and waiting for it to happen again then.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
I mean, it depends if you're on a timer or not. And I presume, yeah. Just as a matter of experience.
Yeah.
I don't like there hasn't been any like I don't think there's been any obvious timers that we know of, but it's probably like there is something going on.
That's in
So
this
just-
case it's
yeah.
just meta experience, okay? There is no good
Yeah,
session
yeah.
design without the clock.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I agree for also meta reasons that like there is something there is we like I said, there's definitely something happening. Something's changed. That's concerning. Even in session, like this is something that,
And we don't know, like, if
I don't know what's happening, but it's probably best if we don't wait too long.
Yeah, worst case scenario, the other guys get the jewels first.
And I just remember, like you did the farmer did say that the Europol guys were here, and the Europol were also poking around in Rosenheim, or somebody claiming to be Europol. So they're also there's something going on with them. So even like if we wait too long, then they might swoop in and do something.
Yes.
If nothing else, we have to get ahead of them.
Well, so how about that? We procure some burglary tools.
Why would you go in guns blazing?
As distasteful as it is to sneak into a castle like this, sometimes needs must. We should find that tunnel. Get in that way. That sounds like the most. That sounds like the backbone of a plan. I don't know about the rest, but that is something that we should build on.
Would you guys be?
I try to see if there's any public records on the castle's layout.
You do find that there is like there's a big central building and a lot of outside buildings. From what people still know from this, later ages where it was fortified. Basically, there is it's in the center under the castle. There is how's it called? Where they have prisoners. There's a prison there. What is,
Okay, there's a dungeon there.
Dungeon, there's a dungeon, right. Kaka's dungeon, right. There's a dungeon there, and there's some central... There's a ballroom, there's some smaller rooms, but you don't know how much was maybe remodeled in time during the time.
I would think that the former dungeon might be a good place to store valuables. That said, he could also have them on display. I don't know if he's the type, though. Maybe we should try and interview someone. Try and find out someone who's been there. If that seems like a reasonable thing we can do in time. Otherwise, we're just going to have to go in and guess.
Yes, the more we know about the layout, the better. I do not like talking to teenagers, but if they've been in there, they might be of help. Maybe.
Wait, the teenagers have been in there?
Yeah.
Isn't that what they said? Yeah.
Okay, I missed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the teenagers might be the way to go.
Okay, let's see if we can try and track them down again.
let's
say we go back to the restaurant.
They went at the restaurant. So you want to go back to the teenagers?
Yes, we want to find the teenagers.
Okay, so you do find them, in another alleyway spot. And they're like, Gaston, c'est la Bundespolizei. Madame, what are you doing here? Like, what is the Bundespolizei? And, they are definitely like, oh, what is going on here?
The Bundespolizei is the police just higher up.
Oh, it's La higher gendarmerie. Oh, okay. So you want to go after the Marquis?
Yes.
Why are you here again?
We're here again because there are basically no layouts for storming the castle easily, even though we have a lot of people here. Don't want necessarily anyone to get hurt.
It's Lord Chateau. Yes. Thomas, tell her. Yeah, oui. C'est la old chateau. It's like, it doesn't change a lot. It's just like, I mean, if you're through the outside, the guards actually, there's not gonna be a lot there. Just the butler. It's just the weird old butlers. For some reason, it's only them and the Marquis in the inner castle. The guards are only on the outside. I think, but not anymore. Like they actually they installed like a lot of the what's this like Oculus or like la camera. Yes, 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 yes. So like they just see you. They just see you coming up the hill. They catch you before you even can reach the entrance.
We have our ways.
But
do you know anything?
No, they just see everything around the castle. Like you come up the driveway, they catch you halfway because they see you come up there.
Yes. But as the
Well,
saying
the hill
goes,
was wired or were they wireless? If you guys remember or no?
I still don't know, but
No.
they have the cameras everywhere.
we're coming from a direction they will not expect. But do you remember anything about the current layout of the castle?
So no, c'est la comme so small garçon. No.
Do you remember if there was any place that seemed kind of like it had valuable stuff in it?
Oh, there was like one room. Like yes, like there's like the big stairways. Like you have the there's one going down like down to the dungeon. Yes, and like there's one upside. They built like this one, the one room with like they filled them up with the computer. Like if you take that stairway up, they're there, and then like need to go down the there's where he has like his big paintings and stuff. Oui.
I know you're trying to be French, but it's really hard to follow.
I haven't had French in a long time, and now you have to suffer with me. I'm sorry. No. Okay, you know what? No, I'm jamming. I am allowed to have fun, even if it makes you cringe. Okay? It is my right.
It's just hard to pass the
No,
information.
this is the French session. We're not allowed to have fun.
That would be German.
9.
Well, thank you for your cooperation.
Oui, yeah. Kikiti's la ass.
Well then, let's return to a private place.
Okay. So, what are you doing?
Talking, probably. I definitely want to procure some lockpicks and similar stuff.
I think firearms of some sort would be useful as well.
Yeah.
Something small, like some
Yeah.
pistols.
I'll acquire some pistols for the group.
You still have that card.
Yeah. We
Me-
could find
I'm not
some local
sure,
black market stuff.
Based off of what
It's France,
the
there's tons of guns here.
people have, off of what those guys said, the teens said, it doesn't seem like we need a boom.
Well, that is probably just code short for weapons, but
Oh, yes.
but it probably makes a better impression if we don't need to rely on the help.
Yes.
We've
that was
also
my
still got
thought,
the
is that if we
flamethrower
don't-
as well, so...
My impression was that we call on them if there is a massive task. This kind of gives off the vibe of of like break in and
Smash and grab.
smashing, like just sneak in and sneak out, kind of, rather than a going guns blazing and then such.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the vibes that I'm getting from this. So I don't think we need their support on this situation, but there'll probably be a situation in the future where we'll need support.
Okay. This, by the way, the card you got especially for this job.
Oh, the card is specifically for this job.
Yeah.
Then, if we don't get, so basically, if we don't get their help this time, then we probably shouldn't count on it next time.
At least this time, yeah.
What do you all think?
I have no.
I have my hammer, so I'm fine, so it's your call.
I
I have left flamethrower.
If they seem to have,
I mean, were the guards armed that you guys met?
They were armed. They had pistols. I definitely saw some more up on the balconies with probably something longer, but you couldn't really spot what it was.
I'll do two things. I'll call in my allies, and I'll call the phone number. The plan is for the allies to be on the ready outside, cause a distraction in case that we get caught and need to escape. All they need to do is just cause a distraction so that the guards don't immediately jump on us if it comes to that. They probably won't they won't do anything unless needed. And then I guess equipping all of us for the card, I guess. I guess the these people may have some idea of who the Marquis is.
Where can we find these people? Do you guys know?
I've got a phone number.
You got phone number? Okay.
Yeah,
Isn't
I
that
can
just
literally
your?
just call everyone.
So are you calling the phone number?
Sure.
It's like do 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 do. Bonjour, welcome to Party Paquet, your party service from Hollow Holding Incorporated. What is your party you want to go?
So, I was looking for something with a bang.
Un second. Welcome to the special service of Party Party. What can I do for you? What is the party needs you need?
Well, we're trying to throw a surprise party for a certain marquee, and
Does this?
and we're trying to figure out the optimal gear for it.
What does this party involve? I might ask. What are the activities?
Well, we're going to enter the premise, preferably
Or
without
surprise.
letting the guests. Yeah, it's a surprise. Ideally, they won't know until everything is completely done, or maybe they won't notice at all. But the idea is a surprise for.
What is your surprise
Sure.
entry? I suppose it's not coming in from a cake.
That's an option.
Depending on the party, yes.
I look back to the group and kind of because what was the thing that was
the tunnel,
mentioned for getting in?
the mining tunnel underneath the
Oublié it.
underneath the
Yeah, the one that the farmer mentioned.
yeah.
Yeah. So I explained that to the.
Oh, big hole climbing. I see.
Yes.
Well, we can see if there's what you can do. Then, when you arrive at the party, what do you expect going on there?
Most
Yeah,
likely there won't be too many people inside, but we don't know the
Situation
status,
inside.
and we don't know the status of of any individuals inside as to what they're capable of, or what or how they may respond if they find
Oh,
us.
probably some vampires though.
We
So I
don't know.
assume there is a need for certain types of lead to be sprayed in the air as a cautionary method.
That would make sense.
Noting that down, we have something for you on that. Anything else you might want to need in terms of things delivered to your party?
Any kind of countermeasures against cameras?
Yes.
So you might want to have
Electronic warfare.
Oh, anti-electronic warfare, electronic jamming. We can deliver that. A specialty. Anything else you need?
Any help with security systems that might come up?
We need to be. That would need to be more specified, but we can see what we can do there.
Like the easy stuff we can get ourselves, but yeah.
Some good comms equipment would be useful.
Technically,
Actually, something that can
We
be
al-
used
we already have
underground.
that.
Do we?
Okay.
yeah, we have tactical earbuds.
Okay. Let's see. So we've got our way in. We've got our. Assuming we can use that as our way out, we're fine. The van can be our getaway vehicle. We've got backup in case something goes down. We've got electronic warfare covered. We've got a decent idea for the layout. I think that's I can't think of anything else.
All right. So let's tell us a nice and secretive location to let your party go wild, and we will deliver to you straight away. Thank you for your services. For choosing our services, I mean. Blah.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, where do you want it to deliver to?
Probably close to the mine.
The mine is, by the way, a bit out of town and like a bit in the forest, so the old one at least. So pretty remote.
I think that's
Just so
a-
you know that.
Maybe not super close to the mine because I don't know if they have
yeah.
if they're like surveilling the mine as a potential entry point. Maybe somewhere like somewhere that's not like a road that leads directly or only to the mine, but is like still kind of close.
All
I,
right.
just I find a spot and I give them the
Yeah,
geolocation.
it's a road in the forest near the mine entrance.
Yeah.
All right, we will deliver right away. Stay tuned. We will be there in a few hours. Have fun with your party.
Is it alright if we end here? So I am absolutely just knackered.
It's, you know what? It's really not a lot anymore, but okay.
I'm sorry, it's been a long week.
You need
And-
energy drinks. Just saying.
I mean, he was tired when we started the call in the first place. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
kind of-
Okay.
Well, I've been up since 6, so just
Yeah, what can you do?
I'm also slightly out of it today as well.
Don't worry, that means you have more time to prep the next session.
Yeah, next, yeah,
It was going so well. I was ready to do some really shitty accents.
Not
You-
if I bumped
you
them
have-
first.
You have no idea what is going on. It's not a lot anymore, but it's great. I guess.
But it's a good
Sorry.
stopping point.
You know, I think it might make sense to have each like session or each I guess arc or campaign or whatever be like 2 episodes kind of. I think it might make sense.
you've got the
for-
setup and then it's the act, the crime.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in investigation phase, actually doing something phase.
And then usually this actually doing something phase gets immediately followed up with, oh, that was fast.
Yes.
Let's start something new.
But oh well.
All right.
What can you do?
Well, I hope you liked my very bad French accents, the completely bonkers farmer
It
and
wasn't that bad.
And it filtered,
Oui. Oh.
filtered
and the
on.
beef over the baguette.
Also, since probably most people are aware of it, what are the thoughts of Europa Universalis 5?
You know what?
The
By the way,
few things
stop.
we know.
Before we go to that,
Okay.
we're just gonna end this one here then. And we're gonna switch over to probably just chatting and maybe streaming some other game in the background. If Zep wants to leave, so I guess we're just gonna go to just chatting then. I don't want to vote
I'll hang around. I just can't think too much.
Yeah, fair. That means really it's just Nearcast again. So everyone stay tuned. It's Nearcast time. We're gonna yap about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you just change on Twitch.
I really just have to change that it's Nearcast now. And yeah.
And then we can talk.
Yeah. Wait a second. Okay. In that sense, thank you everyone for being here for the TTRPG group. Next time, hopefully more. And see you all around for more French adventures. Ooh la la.
And until a few seconds.
Until in a few seconds, just reload the page if it doesn't show up. We will be here. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Oh,